Shabbat Shalom, dear congregation. We just read a portion from the weekly reading. Igor and I read it a bit differently. Igor read it in the original Hebrew. Well done. He reads so fluently, and I read the translation. He read the original, and I read the translation. And what is the difference? I just read it to you in Russian. At the beginning of each sentence it says, if you listen to the commandments of Adonai your God, which I command you today, and a curse if you do not listen. In both places it says, if. That is a translation. Amazingly, in the original it is actually different. In the blessing, the word asher is used instead of if, which translates as when. That is, in the translated version, both options use the word if. Well, if you do it, it will be like this, and if you don't do it, then it will be like that, right? But God does not say that. God says, when you fulfill the commandments, then you will have a blessing. The question will not be whether you will or will not. You will fulfill them 100%. When? It is simply a concept of time. When? Today, tomorrow, when you learn Torah in a month, in a year, and so on. It will always be with you. You will fulfill the commandments. But then it is written, and if you do not listen to the commandments, then a curse will come upon you. You see, I don't think a reasonable person would stand before such a choice as it is written. Here I offer you blessing and curse. Choose. God says, I offer you, because man makes a choice. Man is given the freedom of choice. But a sensible person, you must agree, will not hesitate over such a choice. Naturally, I would take a blessing rather than a curse. Of course, I would rather take €1,000,000 than a curse where my eye is gouged out. For example, God forbid. Obviously, it is better to take $1,000,000. That is about me. For me, it is better for me. Therefore, a sensible person will not hesitate over the choice. What should I choose? Blessing or curse? No. There is one condition stated here. I give you a blessing, but if you do not fulfill the commandments, a curse will come upon you. You will have disasters. You will have problems. And a person who would stand before such a choice and deliberate is probably not entirely reasonable. He is probably suicidal or unable to distinguish good from bad. But God gives us wisdom and ability. What is wisdom? It is the ability to distinguish good from evil and to choose good. And so I wish for all of us that we choose good, that we do not hesitate over whether to choose good or bad. No, Adonai gives us a blessing. Honestly, I don't really believe that Adonai gives a curse. Man walks into it himself because man has freedom of choice. I also want to mention another passage. Here in this portion, the commandment, rejoice, is stated 3 times. Rejoice before Adonai in what you do, in what you eat. Rejoice in every moment of your life. All kinds of things happen in life, of course, but God does not set rigid conditions. One command is written, rejoice in what you do, in what you eat, in praising Adonai, on the street, at home, at work, or right here with us in the hall. And may it truly be joy, so that each of us glorifies our Lord Jeschua. That is my wish for all of us, and may Adonai abundantly bless us in this.